this the harvest stage, and this is where you've been sitting in the blind, you getting ready when the deer actually walks out. Or anybody can video if you don't have a GoPro. But even if somebody has a phone, the key thing on these iPhones, make sure you're turning them sideways, okay? And the horizontal way. If you've ever watched the news, something on the news where they have a video and you see where there's a clear screen in the middle and it's blurry on the side, it's because the people held their iPhone up and down. But when you hold it sideways, I get so much of more view. It fills up the screen and the dimension is greater. Continuing with this harvest stage, this is the part where you were getting ready for the game to walk out. Now, I will tell you this, while you're getting ready for the game to walk out, don't cut your camera off until the deer walks out. Keep your camera rolling. If you got extra batteries, especially you only got like an hour left and you look there and you got 2 hours life on your battery, leave that camera on. It doesn't mean you gotta record, but so you can pop that record real quick now, because I know that there's times I've cut it off to save my battery, and the problem is a lot of people will cut it on and then they forget to push the record button again. That's another good tip too when you're filming. Make sure you push the record button. You'll see the little red light glowing at the top. When you're where you are in the actual blind and you're filming, this is the part that I get with people that they just basically wait for that deer to come in. There's so many things that you film, and we'll go back to this one word. It's called B-roll. And how a B-roll helps out so much. B-roll, I really don't know what B-roll stands for, but I just know that it's the filler stuff. It's like looking at a tree knot. It's like looking at a chipmunk on the ground, or a red bird on the fence, or looking at a lake, looking at a kingfisher sitting there. Even focusing on the decoy. Those little things help me provide so much in between the main scenes. It's called B-roll, and I need a lot of that. I don't get enough of that. Even when I'm filming, I have a tendency not to get enough. You can't have too much footage. So getting those little things in between, I don't care if it's pointing at your person and then scanning towards what you're looking at, or just maybe looking at the cloud cover, maybe looking at the scene of what you're looking at the field, and then panning back to your hunt or whatever. It's cool little things like that. Just builds the storytelling, because a lot of my people that I've edited their videos, they just basically turn it on when the deer's out there and I have nothing to work from. The deer walks out. What do? People have a tendency, as soon as they zoom in as tight as they can on this deer or the turkey, whatever. And you don't have to zoom in too tight. Keep that thing in the center, because that screen that you're looking at is a small screen. It's picking up a whole lot more than you think it is. Now, I have too many guys that want to zoom in on that deer's head, and just basically get that deer right in the center when the kill shot's about to happen. When you're zooming in on that deer, you can if the deer's walking to you, keep it make it look way off. As it's walking to you, you're just telling a story. It's coming in, it's coming in, it's coming, and then starts zooming a little tighter with it. And if ever I get where the deer is in the screen, all right, I'm there. I'm ready to start filming. And you always want to keep them walking across the screen. So when I'm filming, I'm actually moving it to making him where he's not ever getting to the center. Now, once he gets to the center, it's fine. Now, you don't want him over here, because as soon as you stop, he could walk out of the screen. So you always want to get that space when they're walking. Once they get steady, you can put it in the center if you would like to. Here's another thing that when you're filming, you'll see I like to put these bars on mine. It's called the thirds. You want to keep them in thirds. You'll see there's like a tic-tac-toe. All right, you got your top row, you got your bottom row, and your middle row. You always want to keep whatever you're filming in that middle row, the middle thirds. And I promise you, whenever they shoot a rifle and you got your hands on that thing, you're going to jump. 99% of the time, I jump somehow. And But when you want to communicate with that person and communicate with your guide and let them go, Opie, you ready? I say, yeah, take it. And when I say take it, what I usually do is kind of lift my hands away from the camera for just a second till they shoot. And when they shoot, then I grab the camera and go back to filming and try my best to get them running off or dropping. All right. Because if you're holding on that camera and then here you are zooming on its nose and you're zooming up there close to it trying to get on, because I promise you, the tighter you're in, you move just a little bit and that thing, the deer's going to jump out of the picture because you're so tight on it. Back off from it. All right, back off a little bit. But anyway, when that kill shot happens, you let go and he starts running, you follow it. Number one rule, if you're shooting a deer and it drops and starts kicking or whatever, or you can film him running off, and if he falls, let him fall a second and you know he's dead. As soon as you know he's dead, zoom back or go back to your hunter. Bust him. You got it. You hammered that boy.
Oh, man.
Listen. And he's down.
Are you kidding me?
He's down, baby. He's down.
What
do you think?
I didn't even check.
What do you think? What do you think?
We got it, buddy.
Hey.
We got it.
Good, proud of you. What do you think?
Now.
You hit him.
You got him.
He ain't going nowhere.
He ain't going nowhere.
Hot dog, boy. Go down.
He'll go down. He's going.
He's dead. That's him.
Oh,
Dang.
I always love going back to the hunter. Now, because you never want to keep that camera on that deer going, yeah, good job, and watch that deer going, you don't want that. You want, as soon as you have that kill shot, get away from there and go back to your hunter, because nobody wants to watch anything die. Now, turkeys, on the other hand, they're kind of fun to watch them flop a little bit. So, Michael, whatever, can't stop the flop. You just love watching that thing flop. There's something about that thing flopping. So it's even funnier watching the guy go run out there and trying to stop the flop. You got it, baby. You got it. You got it.
Look like a Shane Scooter. Laying on your turkey.
What do you think about that?
When I start seeing a good flopping going on and nobody's running out there after it, I will bring it back to the hunter. But with turkeys, you got somebody that's going to run out there and get on the bird and stop him from flopping. That's a good thing to film. And I don't know, but something about a deer though, when they're kicking, especially if one starts going, blah, get off of it quick. Try your best not to sit there and watch the animal die. So here you go. We call that the harvest stage. So, and that's basically all we got right there. Now, here we go. We're fixing to move into our last stage, which is a very important stage. Stay tuned for part 6.